Libra, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect, and this is your reading for the next 7 days from around the 5th of September. Bear in mind I did a reading for you less than 7 days ago, so you might want to have a listen to that one. I have done a slightly different layout here just to keep it interesting for me. Just random, freeform. What does Libra need to know for the next 7 days? So I actually asked for one archetype card and I got two. The Goddess card in reverse and the Don Juan in reverse. So the Goddess card in reverse is about exploitation of the feminine or the female form. So either this is a masculine who exploits women. I think this is someone who sleeps around, has a bit of a voracious appetite for sex, possibly even a sex addict. Or if you're a feminine, listen to this. This is you who is using your, feminine guile and seductive qualities to lure men in. For what reason? Is usually due to some sort of insecurity that a feminine would behave in this manner. It's a desire to be liked, loved, adored, and the way that they go about this is by putting themselves out there sexually, overtly so, I would say. I'm kind of inclined to read this from a masculine perspective because I do have a Knight of Wands in reverse as my only character card. So, fit it to your story, take it as it resonates, general reading, yada yada. But yeah, this is someone who really does put it about a lot. The Don Juan being in reverse is someone who uses the power of romantic attraction for their own private agenda. This is just a player all over it. I don't even like that word player because it makes it sound like it's not a big deal, like it's almost something to be admired or respected. And it's absolutely not. I don't really care if you're 20, 30 or 40. If this is, the behavior that you exhibit or, ultimately even, strive towards, there are other issues you really need to look at. This is someone who is looking, this is hit it and quit it over and over. This is a serial person, one night stand type person. Got stabbed in the back and the sunglasses. Like you just don't see this guy coming. Basically, this is someone who comes across as very suave, very sexy, but they also they sell a story with it, which is why it's so abhorrent. Because I've got Penelope Dreamweaver in reverse here, and I've got the Scythe and the Moon card here. And this is almost someone who creates a dream, and then slashes it. It's like a dream killer, a dream maker and a dream killer. And really their driving ambition is integration. I know the World card is about completion. The completion for them is getting their end away, basically. In my Mythic Tarot, in this World card, this is integration. This is hermaphrodite, or hermaphroditus. It's an image of being whole. It's the male and the female, not just limited to their genital organs, but it's like a double sex being. But gosh, what's her name? She fuses herself to him almost by mistake. I'm gonna have to get her name. Is her name just not hermaphrodite? No, she's some sort of fairy. Oh God, what's her name? I don't know. It's not Aphrodite, is it? No, it's some sort of nymph anyway, and I cannot get her name. But she saw this boy, so you know this can be completely switched, you understand. She saw this boy and fell in love with him instantly, completely enamored, you know, by his beauty. And she threw her arms around him and she covers him in kisses and, you know, tries to draw him in. Now he tries to resist her, but she makes this declaration to the gods that they can never be separated, and immediately their bodies become fused. So they are basically the image of hermaphroditus, the male and the female fused. And this is like the snake, you know, eating its own tail here. So in this myth, it is about the integration of opposites with the personality, but it is also about being very careful what you wish for. Because I don't think the nymph expected to be literally fused bodily for all eternity with whatever his name is. Anyway, my point is, I've already made my point. You don't see this coming, and this could very well be a feminine here, and they'd maybe, you know, put out a very sexual nature to attract a masculine. And the masculine that they have attracted is basically a complete player. And now they're fused to them because they have declared that this is their destiny. This is, oh God, you know, grant me that I never be separated. And there you go. You just made a massive karmic contract right there. Something like that. Yeah. God, I mean, I could go either ways here, but with the sunglasses, this is someone you don't see coming. This is someone who wears a bit of a mask, who comes across as, you know, as I say, really suave, sophisticated, alluring, and you think that, oh my God, you know, this is someone really special, but actually no, they're really not. And the sunglasses is always about a bit of a stalker. It's going to be someone who gaslights you, who, you know, keeps an eye on you, watches you. This is almost like, you know, I can see someone sitting in a bar nursing a drink and, you know, constantly keeping an eye out for their next bit of prey. It's really not attractive, Libra. So with let's see, Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Someone literally needs to see a doctor about this with the Medicine Mother here. This is about mother knows best, you know, and this might even be someone's mother stepping in here to like have a strong word with whatever your behavior is, or the person you're connected with, or, you know, whatever is going on in your life here. Because with the Two of Wands, there's a decision need to be made, but it's after receiving information here from the Hierophant, from Chiron, in fact, the wounded healer. So someone needs to, you know, get help for whatever this issue is. It's an addiction almost. It's something that they actually work at. They're trying to like perfect this as a craft. What the fuck? And it's someone who's never happy with the situation. The feline is always very critical. Very critical. Nothing is quite up to standard in this reading, basically. Everything feels very temporary, you know. It's looking for the next high, and the next high needs to be higher than the last high. So they, you know, it really gets incredibly distorted. It's like someone who starts on, I mean, I don't know much about drugs, but imagine if you like start on weed or something and then you go into cocaine and then it's heroin. I don't know. That sounds about right in that order. It's like they need to continually up the ante because they're just never satisfied. And it comes from a place of, you know, lack, insecurity. There's like a hollowness here. So there's information that has come from the Medicine Mother, either a medical professional or otherwise, that they need to choose a new path. And they've gained this information, but it's not bringing any happiness, really. The Direction Guardian is not knowing which path to take, Libra. You have got a number of options available to you. It's positive to see the Nine of Swords in reverse here. So whatever has been creating torment, making a decision to move in a new direction. I've got the Two of Swords in reverse as well. A decision is definitely being made here. But it almost might mean, like with the collection of pixies, it's like cutting people that you're used to mixing with. So, you know, maybe this is a lifestyle that you have, you know, been involved in for a long time. And maybe, you know, you're reaching some sort of maturity and clarity and you want to break free of that, but it means leaving people behind. Or it may be that you just need to restrict yourself in some way from, you know, your partying type ways. And yet, even though you know that, and even though, you know, you're maybe dealing with any sort of guilt and shame you've had about, you know, your past here, it is bringing on some sort of depression here. Or just, you know, a feeling of feeling sorry for oneself. A bit of a pity party. Like you don't know what to do from here because that's what you've always done. And for whatever reason, you know you need to choose a new path. Yeah? But I don't think in terms of a weekly reading, Libra, we're going to get to, you know, the rainbows and unicorns here. Because there feels like a lack of hope here. You kind of want to like work together with people. You maybe want to start someone new, collaborate, and yet there might be a feeling that you're not really, you can't get connected with your old group. You don't really know where your new group is. You're not really seeing the rainbow after, you know, the storm here. It feels like it's been going on a long time here. And yet a decision will be made, but it is in terms of, again, I don't really know where, but Penelope Dreamweaver is in reverse, and that's like she is my dream maker. It's like you don't know what would make you happy, where your dreams lie. So it's very much a week of, transition. If this is you, and this is you moving out of this type of behavior into something completely new, is not something that happens overnight. This is a lifestyle that's been going on for some time. This is integrated with the world here. Integrated, and it's almost like creating a completely new mentality, paradigm. It doesn't happen overnight. It comes from, you know, consistent, you know, deliberate intention, and it's almost like you don't know what to fill the void with right now, Libra. So with that, I should take you some advice. Where's my, yeah, I'm not going to use that. Okay, some advice for Libra for the next 7 days. Advice, please, Spirit, for Libra 1331 for the next 7 days. What advice can you offer the Libra I'm reading for the next 7 days? What advice can you offer for Libra for the next 7 days? Libra. Advice for Libra, for their situation for the next 7 days, please. Advice for Libra. Five of Pentacles. Advice for Libra. King of Swords. Libra, this is saying basically be okay with being, you know, a bit out in the cold just now. Be okay if you need to ostracize yourself from the kind of environments you're used to. Involving yourself with. Seven of Cups is in reverse, so there's this is positive in the Wheel of Fortune. It's no longer having to access all the cups. It's no longer being under any sort of illusion and confusion as to what you want from life, yet you're in a kind of, like, as I say, it's not a holding pattern, that's not the right word. You're in between worlds, basically. It's a major shift for you. So you need to be okay with feeling a bit cold and a bit empty and a bit bereft, and that you're lacking because literally what you were getting yourself involved in was so toxic that you almost need to be on a purge. So be okay with the cold. Stay, you know, mindful, stay rational, you know, but you know, it's not going to happen overnight. It's a hell of a shift if you're wanting to move away from this kind of lifestyle into something a bit more wholesome and natural, and you can't really see your path right now, but you just need to know with the Ace of Swords at the base of the deck here that you do have the power to do this. Your sword's massive. Athene. You do have the power to do this, but it is going to be uncomfortable, shall we say, for a little while. Libra, that is your reading for the next 7 days. It's not very positive, I know, but stick it a like, would you? Because it's a tiny wee channel and it might just get out there for somebody who needs to hear it. Thank you and goodbye.